showed us a will to win that we didn't have tonight, and kind of gave some effort that was too late, and they just took it to us from the very beginning. We couldn't recover. So this is a lesson for us. No matter who you play, whether it's number 2 team in the country or Eastern Illinois coming in here, who tonight they treated us like we were. It's just, number one, it's just disappointing how we came out and played and had no fight, didn't compete as hard as I thought that we would coming back home, having not been here for a few weeks, and just disappointing. And that starts with me, starts with the things that that I have to see with our personnel and our lineups and what we do. So as much as my stomach and my gut is killing me right now, we got to get back off the canvas, and we got to get back to work.
Question, Coach? Yeah, you taking all that into consideration, you guys are still in the game there right at the end. Darius hits those 2 3-pointers. Did you feel good about where you were at that point?
I didn't feel good. I mean, we have Tijon has a 3 to try to tie it up. Darius had made some threes. I think we were down 1 when we fouled with they called an F1 foul. At the same point, we didn't deserve it, and probably we'd have been lucky if we had came back and won, obviously, for how we played. But I just didn't have a great feeling. Our guys fought a little bit harder in the second half, but not as hard as you need to play for 40 minutes. And if we want to be a really good team or catch up to some of those really good teams, we have to play 40 minutes of basketball. We can't have lapses like we do in the first half, and situations where some of our guys aren't ready to play. And I'm going to fix that.
Are the shortcomings on defense, on the defensive end mostly? Is that what you would say?
I think it's a combination of 2 things. It's the defensive side where, you can only miss so many shots and continue to play defense. That's a hard thing to do. So we're putting a lot of pressure on our defense by not making shots around the baskets. I'm sure if you count how many layups and 5-foot or 2-foot baskets that we've attempted, our percentage is very low tonight, and that doesn't help. It doesn't help, doesn't build your confidence that way. So, and then you're depending on your defense to get stops after that, and we weren't connected on the defensive end. I thought our coaches did a great job putting our scouting report together, but there's a certain thing called follow through and execution on the floor, whether it's on the defensive side or the offensive side. So there's a number of things that we have to fix, and we're going to fix them.
Coach, do you have an idea of what the issue was in terms of perimeter defense tonight? Obviously, Matt Smith was shooting the lights out for Eastern Illinois, and it seemed like he was doing that with ease at some points.
Yeah, he was 6 of 12 from 3, and we lost him several times, and that's just awareness, and that's just concentration on the defensive side. And there's nothing else about that. It's just concentration and effort. You know who he is, you know his number, and you have to get in his face, and when he catches, you have to be there. You have to make him put it on the floor. We didn't do that, and that's something that we're going to address.
Is DeAndre hurt?
He is hurt. He is hurt. He had an ankle sprain in the Kansas game. That's why he only played a little bit in the first half, 10 minutes in the first half, and didn't see action the rest of the game. So, so that's why he wasn't playing tonight. He didn't feel 100% to be able to go. And, I want to go with those guys that, that can compete and feel like they're, ready to, show some toughness in games.
11 minutes from Tyler. You got some pretty good minutes out of him tonight.
Yeah, Tyler's proving to us that he has some toughness and willing to do whatever we're asking, and usually doesn't make mistakes. I think he had 1 turnover tonight that was costly, when we're trying to make our run. But, at the same time, I can start, I'm building, my trust and confidence in him.
Coach, you obviously have a week until another tough opponent against Wisconsin next week in Madison. You think DeAndre will be ready to go by then?
Well, that's something that we have to, continue monitoring with our trainer. He's going to do everything he can to try to get him ready to go, and then DeAndre's mind has to be ready to go. So hopefully he can be available. Just because we can, I think that with all of our guys, I think we have some good guys, good players. You know, I'd rather go in with everybody available than a couple pieces missing.
Questions? All right. Any questions?
Thanks.
Thanks.